Alright, hello. My name is Young Overstar, and this is a weird little intermission video that I've been working on for way too long for Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Last time we left off, I was gonna go do some soul farming to get all the souls we've been missing, and well, I did that, but it ended up being a great undertaking for me, editing it and getting all the clips ready, and then I realized I didn't have voice on while grinding because it took multiple hours, so I'm gonna have to do my first attempt at post commentary. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna watch the clips as they come up on my video editor and try to talk over them. I apologize if this is a little bit messy, but eh. Also, we probably are gonna need some music, so I'm gonna leave that up to editing me to figure out. Hopefully, I'm playing something nice. But to get started, here's the first clip of Altair, a soul we could have gotten way earlier in the Hanging Gardens. Summons and hurls eagles. This one is pretty self-explanatory. You shoot an eagle forward. Not the best soul, not exactly bad. It can go through walls. Next up is Mandragora. This is a really annoying farm because you gotta kill the skeleton once the plant is out. But it's a screen clearing, very powerful attack. Very nice. Allura Un in the Forbidden Zone. This one actually just straight up lets you heal. Not by much, but still pretty useful. I think I'm gonna show it off here. Yep, actually that is pretty good, never mind. That's really good. Yeah, good healing soul. Next up we have Arachne. Shoot sticky web. It's angled weird and it's not too powerful, but gets the job done, I guess. Yeah, not very useful. Archdemon. This is one of the better souls in the game. Archdemon restores MP based on the damage you take, but the exchange rate is way too high, as you probably just saw. That is pretty useful. Axe Armor. Axe Armor weirdly doesn't mimic the axe from classic Castlevania games. It kind of works closer to a cross. It's basically a boomerang. Turns back. If you land the perfect distance, it hits multiple times. Big Golem. This is similar to a later soul we're going to be seeing, but we can find this guy in the underground reservoir. Yeah. Big Golem lets you punch enemies straight ahead, and it's kind of like a familiar that's stuck to your back. Actually, no, it's straight behind them. I'm wrong. Look at that. It's not really bad, but it could be useful for like randomizer runs, but not much outside of that. Blue Crow. This one has a weird trajectory. It's kind of hard to describe. It's not too powerful, but the trajectory is quite nice and can set up double hits. You send it out and it curves back up into you, and in the next clip where I get the White Dragon Soul, you can see that it does actually let you double hit some enemies with it. Come on, show it off. There you go. Hit twice. And White Dragon is just 4 plus the defense. Bone Pillar is just a flamethrower. It's not too strong, and it's very uncommon because the enemy itself is so common. But it is what it is. You can't angle it or anything. The sickest kill in this collection, the Wear Soul. The Wear Soul just gives you like a slightly damaging orbit of tears of fire, I guess. It's pretty alright. It's not stellar. Catobalipus, or Catobalpass as I like to call him, is similar to the Bone Pillar's flamethrower, but it does petrify, and if you find an enemy that is weak to petrify, it does work on them, so that's pretty cool. These guys aren't though, so whatever. Next up, the Creaking Skull. This was actually the first boss, and just like the giant golem from earlier, it attacks with you, except this one is stuck to one position. It doesn't change with your direction, meaning if you're fighting something to the left, you can do more damage than to the right. But it does a ton of damage. This guy's annoying. Dead Crusader, plus 16 to defense. That's it. Moving on. Dead Warrior. He's an interesting one. This one is a yellow soul that if you have equipped lets you cancel your attacks by doing spells, as you can see. It can be useful, but you're better off just jumping and cancelling that way. Disc Armor is a favorite of mine. It's one of my favorite red souls because yo-yos are fucking stylish as hell, and this yo-yo does a ton of damage. It can also do multiple hits. Yeah, awesome soul. Definitely use it if you get it. Dryad. fucking punching it to heal. Dryad is a shittier version of any other healing soul. You shoot this weird trajectory apple, and if it lands on someone, it slowly drains away some of their health. It's not very good. It's very hard to land, apparently. I can't even land it once. There you go. Yeah. Next up is Durga. Durga is basically Evil Butcher, but the knife is bigger, because you shoot out a katana instead. Yeah, it's alright. I apologize for the audio in the background, I was in a call. Aranis just gives you more experience points. Evil Butcher is the one mentioned earlier. This is basically the knife sub-weapon from other Castlevania games. I have high int, so it did decent damage on that golem, but usually it sucks. Flayman, I don't like this soul. It can be useful, but it's not too great. You just shoot out a Flayman, and he dances around like an idiot. If he hits a wall, he bounces back, and that can set up double hits. I guess that's okay. Here, Gargoyle, I think is just another stat boost soul. Oh no, it's immunity to petrification, no more Medusa heads. And Gladiator is actually pretty useful. You throw out a wheel that bounces around and it does a lot of damage. Pretty good soul. There you go. You can stack up to 2 at once, which is pretty good. Next up we have Ghost. Ghost is really good. It summons a spirit that homes towards enemies. It can be a little dumb, case in point, but it's very powerful and a super good early game red soul. Next up we have Ghost Dancers. These guys are just a straight +4 to luck, which as we discussed earlier is useless in this game. Giant Ghost over here gives you a protective barrier. It only protects you from projectiles though. Like these rocks or bones or anything. I don't know what that wisp is. Here's Giant Skull or Giant Skeleton. You just throw a giant skeleton's skull. I don't know if I actually kill anything with this though. Let's find out. Yeah, not too great. Next up is Golem. Strength is increased by 12. This one is pretty interesting. It sounds better than it actually is. It just gives you a 20% increase in your attack strength. So I was doing 152, I do 170. Not super useful. Gremlin, this is the one I was thinking about. This is just a +8 to luck, I believe. Yep. Basilisk. Defensive strength increases, offensive strength decreases. It swaps out some of your attack for defense. Not good. This, however, is super good. This enemy, the final guard, drops you a soul that, when in use, makes you completely immune to taking damage. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to edit out these audio clips. That's fine. But, yeah, we're gonna show it off a little bit here. Completely fine, even if I bleed it. Now, whatever. Iron Golem is another really good one. It completely disables the knockback you get from taking hits. This can help a lot, but you gotta remember this also halves your invulnerability frames after getting hit. So you do actually get hit more often this way, but it's good if you want to go fast. As you can see, no problem walking through that guy whatsoever. This room kinda has 3 souls that I needed to get, so it was pretty useful. I think this very first one is Killer Doll, yeah. So it spawns a little doll that grabs the attention of whoever sees it, but there's a little secret with this if you combo it with a soul called Lilith. So yeah, it's an adorable little plushie of Soma. Very cute. As you can see, they are actually targeting it. But if you switch out your yellow soul for a Lilith soul, there it is, you actually throw it a tiny Mina, and it's adorable. That's a little hidden combo. Kyoma Demon. Kyoma Demon is kinda good and kinda bad. It has a really slow startup, but your reward for the slow startup is complete invincibility. It can be very good to bypass annoying enemies, and if you play randomizers, this is extremely useful, but it has a short duration, so be careful. Next up is Lilith. Don't remember what this one does actually. Intelligence increased by 8. It's alright. This fucking creepy piece of shit again. Man-Eater has the shittiest soul compared to the design of the enemy. Shoots a ripple laser. That sounds cool, right? Well, it isn't. It's water Cheerios. Yeah, at least the colors are cute, I guess. And they're not really great. Next up is Mimic. Increases money as damage is incurred. Similar to Archdemon, but for money. Here's Minotaur, which is a +8 to strength. Very useful if you get it early. Nemesis I actually couldn't show off, because it's a pointless soul that makes it so enemies can't like detect you, but most of the enemies just walk into you, they don't actively try to detect you. But yeah, this Durga is walking away from me. Cool, I guess. Peeping Guy. This is a completely useless soul that I can't show off. It shows you hidden walls before you find them, but we already found all of them. Poison Worm is a really annoying grind. It has an 0.042% chance to drop its soul, but it makes you immune to poison. Red Crow is an intelligence boost. Yep, by 4. Not really good at all. Red Minotaur has the greatest red soul in the game. The one axe you saw me kill the basilisk with. I don't know if it's outright the best one. I don't know if it's like better than Lightning Doll, but the coverage and damage are insane despite the mana cost. Check this out. Yeah, pretty good soul. Rock Armor. You cosplay Gutsman and you toss rocks. Can be useful, but not really better than any other option of this trajectory. Next up is Siren. You throw out little musical notes. I don't think they're particularly good. They're kinda hard to land, and as you will see soon, they can be shot out of the air by opponents. I think this harpy, while I'm trying to hit it, will actually shoot it out of the air. Yep, just did. Prey Dumb Soul, not really useful. Not even the damage is great. Kinda crap. Skeleton Knight is just +8, was it? Strength, or was that 4? I think 4, yep. Pretty useful, I guess. Here we have Cagnazo, or no, not Cagnazo, Skull Million's. Skull Million's soul is more useful than I actually believed, because it's poison element. You like do a little slash with poison element, but basically anything that has flesh in this game is weak to poison, so it's a very good soul. Here we have the shittiest farm in the entire game, Skyfish. Each time you wanna farm it, like I described earlier in my playthrough, you gotta time that perfectly. The way it works is, if you just tap it, you don't get much, you get a tiny damage and luck boost. Luck is useless, so it's all about the damage boost. But, if you hold it down for a while, depending on the amount of mana spent, you get a gigantic boost in damage, as you will see now. Yeah, very, very good. Stolas. Intelligence is increased by 16. Pretty useful. Student Witch, one of my favorite souls in the game. You shoot out cute little cats, and if you're lucky, you can actually shoot out a tiny kitten, which does the same damage, it just looks cuter. There's a kitten. Very cute. Tiny Devil, you get like a V-shaped projectile, I think. It does have some weird like sway to it. I'm not sure how exactly it works, but it's not really great. You might as well just use Ghost. Yeah. Here we have Triton, the best strength boost in the game. Very good anywhere in the game, unless you have Lubricant. This is a soul I should have grabbed earlier. Back in the Rock Golem reward room, there's this grub thing called a Tsuchinoko. It actually gives you a giant discount of, I think 20%, if not more, 40%, I don't know, at the shop. This would have made the Soul Eater ring 240k instead of 300k. Ukobak lets you set traps in midair. It's not very useful in this game, but it has more use in the sequel to this game, or so I heard at least. Here it's not exactly a soul, it's just a weapon I got to grab. It's called the Vijaya, a lightning sword. Again, we have the claim, there's no real point to it, so I don't even bother using it on anything that can survive more than one hit. Nice to have, I guess. Valkyrie is one of my favorite red souls in the game, just because it looks fucking dope. And also it's Holy Element, which you can get early, which is very good because everything is weak to Holy Element. It does a lot of damage, but also takes a ton of MP. If you get it early, you can't use it too often. And it has that one issue where the beginning of the hitbox does not do damage. Waiter Skeleton is fucking hilarious and useless. You throw out hot curry, and it attracts people and kills them. Wonderful. Similar to the Killer Doll Soul, it actually causes people to aggro the curry itself, so it can be good as a diversion, I guess. Were Tiger lets you do shoryukens, like that one. It's actually pretty good, because you don't actually have to pause or wait for the animation to finish to throw out another shoryuken. You can use it while walking. Look at that. Yeah, it's pretty dope. I don't know if that actually gives you any extra height if you use it though. I didn't experiment too much with it. Maybe I will. Who knows? Werewolf is like shittier Bifron, I think. It might be better, I'm not sure. But pretty much the exact same soul. Yeah, you just throw a fire, it goes a smaller distance, but I think it has higher hit frequency. Not sure. And coming up is the very last soul. This ended way quicker than I thought it would, but then again I've been talking for 15 minutes. The Witch Soul. I don't actually get to show this off just because I was running out of steam at this point. It throws out a projectile shield in front of you, but like if you have the giant ghost soul, it's just a better version of this soul, because this has you stationary and it's only in front of you. Well, I guess not stationary. I was wrong about that. But it also only blocks projectiles. Finally, we have the Yasatsuna, weapon we saw way earlier, couldn't grab. Nothing special. It does double hits, but nothing else. And yeah. That'll be it for this little weird intermission video as I rushedly try to commentate over the footage I have. I hope you guys enjoyed whatever the fuck this was, and I hope I picked some good music out for this. See you guys next time, where we actually do progress. See you around.